it is me who's the calm and quiet one, but after this game, honestly, this game was just absolutely atrocious. We were just absolutely atrocious, you know? It is just frustrating. Frustrating, I think that's the best word to use. Frustrating to see how we performed today, how we handled this game today, how we played this game today, and ultimately how we obviously lost this game today. Now, losing a game, it's, you know, never been a big thing. Yeah, that's never a big thing because it's football. You're supposed to either win, draw, or lose. But the way you lose often says more than the loss itself. And honestly, it's not just today. If it was just today, if it was just a one-off game, I'd be like, you know what, fair enough. But it's not just been this week. I know it's not just been because we obviously drew in previous game and then obviously now we lost. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that I don't feel we've had really an outstanding game. We've had a lot of good games, but no outstanding, and it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. And today especially, I felt like usually a lot of the blame goes on the players, but today especially I felt like the blame should go on Niko Kovac. Today I felt like his substitutions were all wrong. You know that phrase from The Dark Knight, my favourite movie of all time? You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I mean, we won't go into detail with that phrase, but yeah, this game today. I mean, the 2 goals came in the first half, and you know what? Boateng, obviously, doing a foul for the first goal. It was a very silly foul, to be totally honest. A very silly foul. Like, that was one of those moments where you're like, what is he doing? What is he thinking? Like going in, sliding in, you know, it's almost like slow motion. It's almost like a tackle that they used to do like 40 years ago when they were just used to be on the floor just waiting like, hello, hi, you know, getting past here, okay, bye. But of course he's gonna look for the foul. He's gonna look for the challenge and then take it and, you know, get the penalty from that. That's exactly what happened in this game. So penalty, you know, that's 1-0. And the second goal, Boateng again not tracking his man, which was just strange. Like we had like 5-6 players in the back, you know, all ready to defend, and they had two players plus the person on the wing doing the passing. It's like, well, they got past all these 5-6 players because nobody was marking their men. Just frustrating today. Just honestly, just frustrating. Boateng was just bad, just flat out bad. Was he the worst player on the pitch? Yes, I would say so. Yes, I think he was definitely the worst player on the not definitely, but he was the worst player on the pitch. All right, it was just frustrating. The guy just I don't know what he's up to nowadays. It's hard to believe that it's the same guy like that 3-4 years ago just lit the world on fire. You know, I mean, he's been excellent for like for a long time now, for about like 6, 7, 8 years, but. You know, especially like 4 years ago, he used to be outstanding. 3 years ago, outstanding. 2 years ago, that's when it started to go downhill just a tiny little bit. But now, just to see the decline, it's just like, what is going on with him? What is it? The injuries? You know, is it the constant injuries, or is it, you know, he's not focused on football anymore? That he's taking it easy? I don't know. But it's just worrying to see how somebody who used to be that good is now just that bad. Ribery. That poster, that player, to see somebody decline that much, I mean, in his case, it is age. It's not like, you know, anything else. In his case, it's just simply age. He can't beat his man, too slow, loses the ball. Waste attacks. That's basically the way to sum it up in a nutshell. Robin, I thought had an okay game, not a bad game, not a good game, just an okay game. I thought he combined nicely with Kimmich, but honestly, that was about it. In terms of individual, I didn't think he should go off. In all honesty, he was not the winger I was thinking of that should go off. But frigate. You know what? Frigate. Just frig this game. Just absolutely frig this game. First loss. You know that saying that we always have, like, oh yeah, well, not me, but actually, I don't think I've ever said that, because to me, that always seemed ridiculous, right? But seeing how many people always used to say, like, I wish, you know, the Bundesliga wasn't won in like in March or April, so that we could actually still be focused on like we could still be focused on playing to our best level. Well, there is your loss, and I don't think it's gonna take more than just March or April to get back that form, because I wish last season it really felt the same way, and this season it's just the start of the season. I know it's the first loss. It's not that dramatic, but it is, because it's not like we've lit the world on fire. It's not that's not been the case. It's just that we haven't really played amazingly. We've played good, but I can't think of a game where I was like, what, that was outstanding. And that's kind of worrying to see. That's kind of worrying to see that. I'm gonna borrow a quote here from a TV show. Great men are forged in the flames of. Great men are forged in the fire. It is the privilege of lesser men to light the flame. Yeah, I'm so using that phrase more. But this is gonna be the time for Kovac, because like I said, I don't feel like he did the right subs today at all. And it's a mini crisis. Call it a mini crisis if you want. I mean, some may say it's a bit too early. I think it's the right time. The one time, I'm the person that's negative. Usually, I'm the positive person. I'm like, yeah, it's only a loss. Who cares? We'll win the next one. But no, this time, I actually think, what, frig this, because honestly, if I had something to back it up or something to compare it with, like a good game, I'd be like, what, fair enough. But this isn't it. Chief, this isn't it at all. This is not the way it's supposed to go. This is not the way it's supposed to play out. Well, and another thing, we're wasteful. We're wasteful. Wasteful as always. I mean, that's a story that we've had for years, but wasteful as always. Just atrocious as we have been for a bit now. Man. That is just terrible. That is just terrible. Absolutely terrible.